Today I'm talking about the 10 specific reasons why experts, coaches, and entrepreneurs tend to fail when they're building their brands online. Hey, my name's Jesse Eker, and today's video is extremely important. See, there's a huge flock of people trying to go online, build brands online so that they can take advantage of how many people are actually online during these times. And the industry is just booming and growing like crazy. And there's so many people with great expertise and they know what they're doing with what they're doing. But when it comes to actually building a brand online, they're making some very costly mistakes. And there's actually 10 reasons that I've found from working with thousands of people from around the world that I'd like to share with you so that you don't make the same mistakes as well. Okay, reason number 1, you are dipping versus diving. This is very similar to just putting your foot in the water where it's like, hey, let me just tinker around, or diving and getting submerged in the water. Now, I'm not saying you have to leave your current job if you're currently in one. I'm not saying you have to do anything except for it's the difference between being interested in pursuing and building a brand online versus being fully committed. And there is a full difference between whatever it takes and just looking around to seeing if you can make it work. There's no if, it's you need to make this work. This is what you need to do if you want to succeed online. There's a lot of people online right now. And there's a lot of people that are doing what you possibly are doing. And that's okay because the market continues to be abundant and can completely change over time. And so oversaturation is never a problem, but your commitment level is. So if you are 100% committed versus interested, you will do much better than someone who is just dipping versus what you should be doing, going all in and diving. The second reason is you don't master anything, you just scatter yourself around trying a bunch of different things. So there's a lot of tactics and strategies and great ways to build your brand online. But one of the things that most people do is they tend to just scatter themselves to try everything. I should be everywhere. I should try everything. I should try all the different strategies. And at some level, that really works. It does work when you are first getting started as far as seeing what you like to do and seeing what you might get some traction with. But once you start to identify what you're really strong in, what you're gravitating to, you shouldn't be doing everything, you should be mastering one or two things. So for us, we've mastered what I call the breakthrough event, something where we create this event and we do it all the time. We do it multiple times throughout the year because we mastered it. We also mastered the webinar, right? We've mastered certain things that's basically all we do right now. And the reason why we get such exceptional results is because we don't try to do everything, nor do we really care about everything. We only care about what really works and what works for us, and that's things that we've mastered. So you gotta master and pick and choose the things that are gonna work for you. And one of the most important things is everything works. Everything works at a certain scale if you get committed to it and you go all in on it. The third reason why experts and coaches and entrepreneurs fail when they go online is they are not convicted. They're not convinced, and they have no conviction that what they are doing, what they're producing is the best for what their market can see. They are not absolutely convinced that what they're putting out to the world is going to absolutely solve someone's problem. And this comes because they see all these different people, all these different experts, all these different people doing things online at big levels. And they're probably 100 steps ahead of you, which is okay. You gotta start somewhere. But you need to, when you wanna succeed online, be absolutely convinced that what you're putting out there is the best that your market can see so that you can solve their problems. And that's really important because if you're not convinced, then your prospective buyers won't be convinced either. So you need to have absolute conviction that you are solving their major problem and that you are doing it at a very high level. And if you are not, then guess what? Your market and your prospects won't think that as well. Number 4, this one is a huge one and something that most people, even myself, it deals with. And it's when you're doing something new, you really care about what people are thinking about you. You care about what they will say about you. You care about what the response you get. A lot of my students, when they first start, they are nervous to put themselves out on social media because they don't want any hateful comments. And I get it, right? But we have this fear of what people will think about us or what people will say about us. But when we reframe that and say, how do we put our message out there so that we can truly help the person that needs it, and we focus on serving versus the fear of what it could possibly do for us, of like not doing what it is, it really helps us move forward. So the reason that most people stop themselves is this fear of what other people are gonna think about them. If you can get over this fear, if you can move past this fear, if you can focus on your customer and the service of how you are personally helping them with your expertise and your coaching, you will move past this much quicker. So don't let the fear of what you are doing and what people are thinking about you stop you from moving forward and putting your amazing message out to this world. Number 5, the reason that most experts and entrepreneurs and business owners and most people actually fail is because poor time management, poor scheduling. You are checking off a to-do list versus prioritizing what's the most important thing that's gonna get you the best results. We need to think about what is going to drive your bottom line. What is gonna produce that income for yourself? What is an income producing activity? It's not clearing email. It's not cleaning up your desk. It's not doing these little things that make you feel good. We need to do the things that are gonna actually produce the results for you. It's not sitting and spending 50 hours creating a product. It's going out to talk to the market and making sure that you are creating a match for the market. It's selling something before you build it. We need to focus on the most important stuff. And if you are a poor time manager or a poor scheduler, you will find that you do not get enough of the most important stuff done on a recurring basis, which then makes you not get the results that you really want to get. So if you're getting mediocre results, you got to look at what you're actually doing in your day, your week, your month that is producing the results, the actions that are producing the results for you. Number 6, this one is the fear of failure versus trying to get experience with what you're doing, okay? So the unsuccessful person going online is going to have this fear of failure. I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to screw up. I don't want to not get the results that I want, versus the successful person who maybe hasn't made it yet, but has the successful mindset at least, or the successful habits, goes, it's all about the experience so I can learn what works and what doesn't. Listen, everything is an experiment. Everything is a test. There's no right or wrong of what you're doing, what you're not doing. Maybe there's some basic principles and knowledge that you need to follow, and you can get some great training to do that. But you need to go through it to figure out what works and what doesn't. If you are not failing, you're not learning, which means you're not doing enough, which means you're not experimenting. The best of the best do as much as possible, fail as much as possible so they can learn what works, so that they can press on the gas when they find that thing that works. So it's not about the fear of failure, it's about the experience that you get so that you can really learn what works and what doesn't. So if the fear of failure is stopping you, this is going to actually stop you from succeeding. I want you to transform that mindset to the experience factor. You are just experiencing what life can be like when you try this, when you try that, when you do this, what works and what doesn't. That's all you got to think about. Don't think about failure, think about the experience you get. Number 7, This one's a big one. It is trying to do it all, okay? You know, when you're first getting started, you have a limited budget. I get it. And you are trying to do everything and be all of it. But as you grow, you hold on to stuff. You think you are the master of what it is. You hold on to it so tight that you restrict yourself from actually growing and scaling your company. And so when you are doing all the things when you first get started, you need to learn about letting go. And you cannot do it all. It's impossible to do it all. What got you to where you are will not get you to the next level and will not get you farther there. The next thing that you have to think about is who can help you do that and how you can delegate and get rid of getting it all done mentality, because you're just gonna burn yourself out, you're gonna overwhelm yourself, you're gonna get frustrated, and you're gonna get mediocre results. Something that I know you don't want. So it's time to let go and not have to do it all. Doesn't that feel good? You don't have to do it all and you can still get amazing results. Think about the best companies in the world. They're not solopreneurs, they're teams. Teams of people working towards a common goal and vision. That's what I want you to have, a common goal and vision. What is your expertise and how are you gonna share that message with the world? Number 8, boom. Number 8 is you don't have a role model or mentor or coach or some sort of support system. Our environment is extremely important. And if we have not optimized our environment to have supportive mentalities behind us, we are gonna struggle. This is not a solo game. We have all these different opportunities to talk to different people with different elements of our life. There's so much happening in our life with our business and our relationships and our health and so much going on that we need some support to make sure that we can handle what's going on, so that we can talk through things, so that we can push through what's stopping us right now. And so not having that mentor, not having that coach, not having that role model to guide you and be in the position you want to be in so that you can follow in the footsteps they're in, then that's really hurting you from the success that you potentially can have. So major reason most people fail is because they're not willing to invest in the mentor, coach, or role model. And I get it. There's a lot of people trying to be this role model, trying to be this mentor. Now, the best way for you to think about how do I move forward with this person is think about, are they the type of person I wanna be? Or are they in the position I wanna be? Are they doing as well as they wanna be? Now, I'm gonna get it, you don't understand the full financials of how someone could do, and people can make that up. You gotta use your best guess and you just gotta move forward. Remember, it's not the fear of failure, it's about the experience that you get. You can learn so much from going through a bad experience so that you can learn better for the next time, right? So we gotta make sure that we gotta get that role model, that coach, or that mentor. Number 9, we don't market ourselves. It's crazy. We can't succeed if no one knows who we are. We can't do well if we can't put our message out. The best companies in the world, the best entrepreneurs in the world, they're great marketers. You need to learn how to market yourself. You need to be okay with promoting yourself. You need to be okay with being absolutely 100% convicted that what you're doing is really solving a problem. And if you're not, you will come off that way. And if you don't do it, no one's gonna buy your product. You need to be okay with marketing yourself. You need to love marketing yourself. You need to come at it that you're really helping and doing a service for people so that you can really make a difference in this world, okay? So the more that you hide, the more people are suffering because you're actually solving a problem for them. So if you're an expert or a coach and you can solve a problem for people and you're hiding behind, not being able to market yourself, you're doing the world a disservice. Stop doing that. Share your light, share your message, share you with the world. And number 10 is really simple. You don't take responsibility for your results or your outcomes. It's really that simple. We need to be responsible for our own actions. Our own actions is what causes the results and outcomes that we get in our life. Here's a quick story. So one time I ordered $30,000 worth of books because I was so sure that this was gonna be the next thing that's going to blow our company up as far as growth and scale. And guess what? After doing some testing and after doing some work, we found that that was not the right book, that was not the right funnel for us to use, and that was $30,000 mistake. And guess what? I didn't blame anyone except for myself. I didn't blame the team member who came up with the idea. I didn't blame the book writer or the person who wrote the book. I blame myself for the actions that I took to not be delicate in testing and went full out without even getting some market validation. That was my fault. I take responsibility for that failure. And that's what you need to do. You need to take responsibility for the actions you take. Whether you believe that someone else was the cause of it, you need to take responsibility and why that happened. The more that you can take responsibility for your own life, the better off you're gonna be, all right? So we just went through 10 specific reasons why experts, coaches, and entrepreneurs fail when they try to build their brand online. This is really relevant to all business owners as well. I'd love to know in the comments below which of the 10 speaks to you the most. Whether it's you having to identify with one of them, which may or may not be the most pleasant thing to do. Awareness is the first step to change. And so when you become actually aware of what you are doing, you can actually make a change in the behavior that you have. So let me know in the comments below which of the 10 speaks most to you. And also, I appreciate you watching this video. I know it's a long one, and I know that, there's a lot to go with it, but I really believe that if you can avoid some of these major mistakes and change your mindset with some of this stuff, you will be on the fast track to hitting your goals, making your dreams become a reality, and being a super successful online brand. Thank you for being here, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.